Before starting today's video, I would like to ask you if you have any queries, any doubts or need further explanations for my uploaded videos or explanations for a new topic, kindly write in the comment section of my channel of any video and I will be very happy to meet up all your queries. Thank you. Today I am starting the video on the topic of longitude. Longitude as geographical grid. My previous video was on latitude on geographical grid. Today's topic, longitude. First I am telling you some concept of longitude, that is, on the globe, the lines of longitudes are shown as a series of semicircles. They run from North Pole to South Pole, passing through the equator at the right angle. The diagram which I can show you, this one. This one is a diagram. These lines are called lines of longitudes or meridians of longitudes. Now why meridians? The word meridian is derived from a Latin word meaning midday. Since the midday sun occurs at the same time for the total meridian, so it is known as the lines of meridians or the longitudes of meridians. To measure the east-west distances round the world, we can divide the equatorial circle into 360 equal divisions at 1 degree interval. Then from each point we can draw the lines through equator which will meet ultimately the North Pole and the South Pole. The chief among all the meridian will be known as the prime meridian, and the value of this line is 0 degree, which is passing through the Greenwich near London. The lines of semicircles are divided into two groups, 180 lines each. So the 180 degrees of longitude to the east and 180 degree longitude to the west of prime meridian we can found. The line of 180 degree east and 180 degree west longitude is a single line. So the longitude is starting from 0 degree and then at 1 degree equal interval it is going to the east, in the same way going to the west, and ultimately they will meet at a point which is meet at a line, better we can say, which is known as 180 degree longitude. It can be west, it can be east, the same longitude. The next definition, which one I tell you, that is prime meridian. The prime meridian is used as the reference line of all the meridian. The value is 0 degree longitude, from which the longitudes of east and west started. It passes through the Greenwich, a suburb near London in UK. The word prime in English means chief and meridians means midday. All the meridians are drawn as semicircle lines on the globe. The chief among all meridians is considered as prime meridian. It is 0 degree longitude. In 1884, by an international agreement, it was decided that the meridian passing through the Royal Astronomical Observatory at Greenwich near London would be considered as the prime meridian. It is known as the Greenwich meridian. All the meridians in eastern hemisphere denoted by east and all the meridian in the western hemisphere is denoted by west or W. Now the prime meridian and its anti-meridian, which is 180 degree, together form a great circle. The local time of the prime meridian is considered as the standard time all over the world. Now why the 180 degree east and west is the same line? Here I want to notify you that the anti-meridian of 0 degree, which is 180 degree, basically a single line used for both 180 degree east and 180 degree west longitudes. So that there should be no such places which will be out of the network of longitudes. So to cover up the whole 360 degree angles, we consider the 180 degree east and west both as a single line, which is the anti-meridian of the 0 degree or prime meridian. Okay, so there should not be any place which will be out of the network of longitudes. To cover up, to meet up, we can make it the same line, that is overlapping one after another. Next topic is Eastern Hemisphere and Western Hemisphere. The 0 degree and 180 degree meridian together form a circle. Divides the globe into two equal parts. The eastern part is known as Eastern Hemisphere and the western part is known as Western Hemisphere. As the prime meridian is a semicircle, so it needs another part of the circle which is its anti-meridian. And if they both join, they will make a circle which can divide the earth into two parts, that is Eastern Hemisphere and Western Hemisphere. But in case of latitude, we have seen that the equator 0 degree is a full circle, it is not a semicircle. So equator itself divides the earth into two hemispheres, that is Northern Hemisphere and Southern Hemisphere. But in case of longitudes, we need two semicircles to make a full circle, that is prime meridian and its anti-meridian, and it divides the earth into two parts, that is Eastern Hemisphere and Western Hemisphere. Next topic is great circles. The circle that cuts the earth into two equal halves is called the great circle. The equator is about 40,000 km long and the largest possible circle on Earth's surface. It divides the earth into two equal halves, Northern Hemisphere and Southern Hemisphere. The prime meridian and its anti-meridian together form a great circle and divide the earth into two equal halves, that is Eastern Hemisphere and Western Hemisphere. The great circle route between 2 points on the earth's surface represents the distance, the shortest distance. Hence, the sailors, pilots and any other travelers follow the great circle routes. Next one is antipodes. What is antipode? Antipodes are two places on the earth's surface situated diametrically opposite to each other. If a straight line is drawn through the center of the earth, it will reach just the opposite side of the earth, and this is known as the antipodal position. You can see in the diagram, if we take a point and draw a straight line, but the straight line must go through the center of the earth, then it will reach the opposite side of the earth, and this is the antipodal position. So A is the antipodal position of B, or B is the antipodal position of A, but it must go through the center of the earth. This is known as antipodal position. There is a definite relation between longitudes and time. Now see how the earth rotates on its axis, and in 24 hours it covers 360 degree meridians or 360 degree angle. That means a full circle. Okay, so in 24 hours the earth covers 360 degree meridian, the full ball, the full circle. Now in 1 hour the earth will cover 360 divided by 24, that is 15 degree meridians. If we count such a way, I am showing you, if we count that in 1 hour the earth will rotate these 15 meridians, if we count this way, and in 24 hours it will rotate 360 meridians. So the mathematical calculations we can say in this way: in 24 hours the earth covers 360 meridians, in 1 hour the earth covers 360 divided by 24 is equal to 15 meridians. Now 15 degree angles equivalent to the 15 number of meridians, and it is drawn at 1 degree interval. So the 15 degree longitude is covered up by 1 hour or 60 minutes clock time, and 1 degree longitude will be covered up by 60 divided by 15 in the 4 minutes. So to rotate a single meridian, earth takes 4 minutes time. This way it takes 24 hours time to cover up all the 360 meridians. This is the relation between the longitudes and the time. Next I am coming to the time zone. A time zone is a region more or less bounded by the lines of longitude that has a uniform standard time, such as Indian Standard Time, Time zones were standardized in 1884 at Prime Meridian Conference in Washington, D.C. Time zone is generally represents 15-degree longitude as 360 is divided by 24 hours. Russia, USA have several time zones, that means more than one time zones. Basically they are having vast east-west directions, so they are covering up more than 15 longitudes. 15 number of longitudes making a particular time zone, and as this Russia and USA, this such type of country having the vast east-west directions, so they are covering more than 15 longitudes, number of longitudes, so they are covering more than time zone, time zones, they are covering several time zones. Next topic is local time. Local time is the time found out from the midday sun. It is calculated by sun's vertical positions or noon at a particular meridian. So it is also called solar time. Noon or 12 o'clock occurs at different times at different longitudes. The time from 12 midnight to next day 12 noon is considered as anti-meridian or AM, and the time from 12 noon to up to 12 night is considered as PM. Next topic, what is standard time? In a country, we can see more than one or two longitudes will pass through. There will be several meridians, so having different local time on each meridian. Okay, local time is calculated on the basis of noon or the position of the sun on a particular meridian. But as the countries are covering up more than one meridian, so they are having more local time, several local times, and it is very difficult to follow all the local times. So each and every country follow a particular meridian to adjust their time, to adjust the time for the whole country. To avoid the local time difficulties, a uniform time is selected for a whole country. It is generally the central meridian of that entire country, on which the standard time is calculated for the whole place. For India, it is 82°30' east, which is passes through the Allahabad. That is known as Indian Standard Time. In India, we consider the meridian 82°30' east as standard meridian, which is passes almost center of India near Allahabad or Prayagraj. The time has been taken as the standard time for the whole country. It is known as IST, which is 5 hours 30 minutes ahead of the GMT or Greenwich Mean Time. Now Greenwich Mean Time is the local time of the prime meridian, which is the standard time for the whole world. It is the local time of the prime meridian 0°, which passes through the Greenwich near London. It is the standard time for the England as well as the whole world. Chronometer is a watch or the special instrument which always denotes GMT or Greenwich Mean Time. International dateline is an imaginary line drawn following the 180° meridian, which is the anti-meridian of the 0°, extending from North Pole to South Pole, from which each new date starts and each date ends at last. Though it follows 180° meridian, it goes in a zigzag way. In some places, to avoid the land masses and to leave the island groups one side towards its mainland. This is the definitions for the international dateline. In my next video, I will discuss some of the sums, how to calculate the time if you know the longitude of the places, or how can calculate the longitude if you know the time of the places. That I will discuss in my next video. Today, this is all. Thank you.